Opioid abuse has made headlines in Minnesota for quite some time now.
Tonight, drug experts say it's the resurgence of an old drug we should be worried about, meth. The meth epidemic took the state by storm a decade ago, but the most recent numbers show a troubling trend. Minnesota's Violent Crime Enforcement Team seized 112 pounds of meth in 2012, and more than 4 times that, 487 pounds last year. New at 10, Liz Collin looks back on the law change that made users find meth elsewhere.
Numbers for methamphetamine in Minnesota never been higher.
From meth labs to meth mouth. The terms were once a part of daily drug news in the early 2000s. But Carol Falkowski says even though the stories have changed, the problem has not.
And now, all these years later, all the numbers exceed where it was at its peak. So absolutely, we're talking about epidemic numbers.
You'll remember it got so bad before national legislation put daily restrictions on cold medicine containing pseudoephedrine, a key ingredient in meth. It also meant these medications moved behind the counter. The move drastically cut back on meth labs in Minnesota. Records show law enforcement busted several hundred in 2003, down to just 13 last year.
We don't have the meth lab problem, but we still have the meth abuse and the meth addiction problem.
Falkowski explains how people now get meth from Mexico. And Interstate 35 is a direct connection between that country and Canada. Of course, Minnesota is a stop along the way.
As with other addictions, it can happen to anyone.
The drug is described as a strong stimulant that heightens your alertness and suppresses your appetite. Falkowski has known even stay-at-home moms to fall victim as they try to keep up. It's why she believes so strongly in shining light on the numbers, no matter the drug.
Whether it's opioids or methamphetamine, we need to address it with prevention, law enforcement, and treatment.
Liz Collin, WCCO 4 News.
Falkowski believes opioids make more news simply because they have a greater overdose potential. Opioids slow your breathing, while meth has the opposite effect.